Good morning, YouTube. Another day in paradise. It's 2:30 in the morning. It's my first job of the day. I'm here at the Galveston Island sulfur docks. It's just a place where they have a lot of sulfur, like stacked like a mountain. You can see over there. I have a ship coming in right behind me, so I have about 20 minutes of free time. And today I wanted to talk about being humble. And I want to talk about being humble because of some recent Reddit videos that I saw, and also about something that happened the other night. So I've seen a lot of videos online of big people who've never been humbled, and basically kind of bully people who are smaller than them to the point that they think nothing could ever happen to them. So what got me to do this video was I saw this video of a guy in Colorado who pulled up to like this weed shop, and it's like a small guy, like maybe 5'5", 100 pounds, like really small guy, and some big guy, like over 6 foot, maybe 300 pounds, for some reason just got really triggered and wanted to beat him up. He went to his car and started like putting his hands on him, and the little guy didn't even want any trouble. And the big dude, I guess he just felt like he's probably gotten away with bullying people all his life because of his size, and he never got checked, so he wasn't humbled. And the little guy had a gun on him and ended up killing him, and he got off on self-defense. And I've been seeing that more and more of people pulling out guns on other people and killing them. And it's always usually videos of really big dudes that just feel like invincible. There was this one case here in Texas where another big dude, really tall, really heavy guy, was arguing with his old man and his son over a couch by a dumpster. And the old man had a handgun, and the son had a shotgun. And this guy still wanted to argue with them, even though the old man told him, "Hey, look, if you come closer to me, I'm gonna shoot you." And the guy still was still angry, still didn't take the guy seriously. And he kept yelling at the guy, and even the guy's wife or girlfriend cheating him in a thing nothing of the situation. She would like, "Oh, you're not gonna shoot my husband," I guess like not realizing, hey, you know what, some people here they don't give a damn, and they will stand up for themselves. Like I think she might have been used to him bullying other people around, because I read some articles about that guy, and apparently he liked to push his weight around, and he usually got his way. And so he kept getting confrontational with that old man, and eventually they ended up shooting his face off and killing him. And the old man got a murder charge on him. The son got off on self-defense. But you would think, somebody pulls out a gun, you're like, all right, I'm gonna bounce. Either they're gonna shoot me or not, but why risk my life thinking that they won't? And the guy's wife, "Oh, you're not gonna shoot my husband," and then just a few seconds later, she's over there crying. Just some people never been humbled. It's something that I see constantly and it's always big people who've never probably lost a fight and are always just used to getting their way. So the other night, after I finished vlogging, I went to a bar that I used to work at. Even though I don't drink, I went over there because Mardi Gras is coming, and I wanted to see if I could pull up a security shift. I work security at the bar. So I went over there to see if the owner was over there. And while I was waiting, there was a couple of people that I knew they were gonna be in trouble. They're over there arguing, and this one chick was kind of like a manly lesbian. If you didn't know any better, you would think it was a guy. A shaved head with tattoos, saggy pants, pretty heavy, and like I said, you would have to do a double take to know it was a chick. Well, anyway, she was trying to pick up a fight with a man, and the guy, he said, "Man, I'm not even trying to fight a female because I'm gonna knock you out." And he goes, "I don't want to put my hands on you." And she kept egging him on. And eventually the bartender is like, "Hey, they need to go." And I was like, you know what? So they got kicked out. And while they're outside, that chick, she ends up getting into a fight with a girl and knocks her out. And after she knocked out the girl on the street, she felt some type of way, like she's like super invincible. And she goes, "Yeah, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight a female. I'll fight a male. I don't give a damn." And then somebody was recording. Another girl was recording, and she knocked her phone off her hands. And she goes, "Hey, I'm just recording." She goes, "I don't give a damn." Well, that girl's was with a guy, and the guy goes, "Hey, man, don't put your hands on her." And she goes, so she walks up to him and like about to hit the guy, and that guy, boop boop boop, 3 hits, knocked her out cold. And again, thinking you're invincible, like, no, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how big you are. Everyone can get knocked out. Even Mike Tyson's been put to the ground. Heavyweight's been put to the ground. But people think that they're just invincible just because it hasn't happened to them. And that's one thing is just be humble. I want to talk about 2 more cases just to get this point across. There was another case in, I want to say it was Philadelphia. It was about these snow, a couple neighbors arguing over snow. I guess one neighbor was putting snow on the other neighbor's yard, and it's been an on and off dispute. Well, the one neighbor decided to call the other guy a pussy, and they kept it was a couple, and they kept calling the guy a pussy and just saying, "Hey, we're gonna make your life live in hell." And they kept like bullying the guy. The guy's like, "You know what? He had enough." He came out with a gun, and you think again, you see a guy with a gun, that's your cue to leave. Anytime somebody pulls out a weapon, especially during an argument, bounce. If you don't have a weapon, they have a weapon, and there's an argument. It's why risk your life? Anyways, they kept arguing with the guy. The guy aims a gun at them. They still don't take him seriously. The guy starts shooting at them. They still don't take it seriously. Like, and they pull out their phones. Like, "Oh, I'm gonna record this for the cops," thinking that the guy's probably just trying to scare them off. Until that first bullet hit each of them, that's when it finally hit them, and they're like, "Call the cops! Call the cops!" Like the cops are gonna show up magically. I'm used to, even in the hood, cops take forever to show up. Never rely on the police to save your life. But anyways, the guy ends up killing them, and it could have been prevented. And again, I always think of that guy that was bullying the neighbor. He was probably used to, cussing out at people, thinking, we live in a world where I can just cuss people out. Ain't nothing gonna happen, you know. Again, probably never been humbled. I was raised, to be respectful because, again, you never know who you'll disrespect and might want to fight, even over something stupid, So I got a buddy who's ex-con, and I gotta be. I have like several buddies that are ex-con, and I'm really careful the way I speak to them because the way that they lived in jail is they can't take any disrespect, and they take it as a sign of weakness. So sometimes you can't ever call them a bitch, even if just joking around, like, man, bitch, or something, just kidding around, because they take that seriously. They take that like fighting words, or even the word fool. That's something we say all the time here, like, hey, fool, come over here. And this one guy, he really takes offense to the word fool. So I'm always mindful of the way I'm talking to people to not be disrespectful. Just because I don't want any trouble. And this last case is of this guy. He's not a big heavy dude, but he was a man who was at like a burger spot, and he was cussing at this lady. And I don't know what the argument was about, but he kept yelling at a lady. And he told her, hey, man, if you don't shut up or if you don't get out of here, they're both customers. He goes, I'm gonna knock you out and put my hands on you, And he kept telling that lady that he was gonna hit her. Well, that lady had a kid, and the kid had a gun. And when that guy went to attack her, the kid defended his mama, and killed the guy. And he ended up not getting charged. It was self-defense. And again, the guy looked like a gangster, like or like the type that always is used to pushing his weight around. So the moral of the story that I want to push today is you gotta be humble. If not, there'll be a day that somebody's gonna humble you. Well, I normally like to talk a little bit afterwards, ask questions. I don't know. Have you ever been humbled? Or have you ever met somebody who is that type of person who like that pushed their weight around and finally got humbled? Do you have a story? Share in the comments. I have the ship right behind me. I gotta go. All right, till next time.